Hello, people of the internet. My name is JD Shadow, and this is Miraculous Tales of Ladybug and Cat Noir, Season 2, Part 2, Episode 4. Frozen. That is a mouthful.
That's what she said.
Anyway. Okay, so anyway, first of all, this is the first episode that is in the Part 2 batch that Netflix put out that is after Captain Hard Rock. So now we're on the right path. Thank goodness, because from here on in, besides Troublemaker, they got everything in the right order from here on in. So we're just gonna go the way we've been going. Okay, so obviously just Troublemaker is the one that we did out of order, out of this order. Now, a lot of people have been saying this is one of the good episodes. This is one of the episodes that you should be hyped for. I'm not gonna waste any time. I'm just gonna get to it. Figure skater, kids, accumatize certain pairs into a frozen winter wonder wasteland. Let it go, let it go. I have a feeling I'm gonna use that clip of that in this episode. Don't be surprised if I do. Okay, so anyway, let's go. Oh, not Ladybug and I
take the elevator
already.
next time.
My Delta Plane Express delivery wasn't exactly the best idea.
Don't forget your bouquet.
That's what drones are for.
For you.
What?
What?
Seriously, Cat Noir, you're about to transform back. Well, if you transform back, then I'll know who you are.
Oh, and we're going to go. What?
We'll be united. More powerful. And
What's
free.
happening?
From everything. We'll live off nothing but fruits, and we'll have a little pet hamster.
Cat Noir told you already. I'm in love with someone else.
Yeah.
No, milady, but
You.
Well,
I want the
no,
pet
I didn't
hamster.
begin to imagine him not being here.
Yeah, because he's everywhere. Every rose has its thorn.
Predictable. Predictable again. Too predictable. Way too predictable.
I think she's being predictable. That was like a stormtrooper being depressed.
Change targets.
What? So what was his target? What is Adrien? Oh, him? Her? What? Giving her the rose? What?
Ladybug's the only one I love, but
Ladybug doesn't love you, so maybe it's about time you changed your tune.
Only
right?
she does, but not as
why
Ladybug.
should it be different with Kagami?
And not
Must I
as
have the
Cat
right to
Noir.
hate that?
I don't know a thing about human girls, but whenever I meet a beautiful camembert, I introduce myself.
man.
Hello, camembert. I'm Plague, so very nice to eat you.
Thanks, but I'll get love advice from someone else.
Not from him. Not from him. Yeah, thank you. Not from him. Does he talk at all? What? Wait. Yeah. Not from her. Yeah, not for your father, of course. He's too busy. Oh.
I need some advice right now. Can we talk?
Yeah, you can.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, I'm sorry, this
Absolutely.
is a bit off. We see each other all the time because we study together. We've
Yeah,
just been
right.
friends, you know,
BS.
Until
Do I know her?
yeah, it's Kagami.
Troll face.
Cheeky, please tell me what just happened didn't really happen at all.
Oh
This
man.
is gonna have to finish an essay on Periwinkle's migration.
What?
Because there's nothing between us.
What do you
Oh,
mean?
wow.
Nothing between you.
I think we're actually just meant to be friends. Whenever I talk to him as a friend, I hardly stammer at all.
Yeah,
That's
right.
a sign right there, right?
This is actually pretty sad.
No way. You need to feel it.
I'll do that. How are you?
And you're not gonna give up on it. Right
Yeah,
now.
yeah, just leave. Just leave. Just play that game. Oh, there's Luka again. We get this again.
Do you feel kind of like this?
You are so emo.
I think a girl like you deserves to feel more like this. Do you feel this way? It's nothing but a...
And now it sounds like Fallout Boy.
Say, are you free tomorrow?
What? Of course it's...
Adrien, aren't you supposed to be working on your fencing moves? Mr.
F
Dazan,
you.
of course, said he was...
What? Why? Okay. That's all he ever does.
Don't mind.
Ooh.
This is not your ice rink, Philippe. It belongs to the Parisians. I'm not closing it down. I'll just be converting it into an indoor gym for my Chloe. My city. Nobody, look around you.
Oh, what does this look like?
It was really cool of you to bring Luka, Marinette.
Of course. That's what friends are for.
I don't know what to do.
You have to let her fall.
Huh?
What I actually meant was that you cannot let her fall in any way. I mean, do whatever you can so she doesn't
You let her fall.
Grab a hold of her hand and take her onto the ice and then...
Oh, crap. You know how to skate? Yeah, you do. Do you know how to skate? Does she do? Okay, maybe you can do a hockey thing.
You okay?
Maybe France might have a hockey team you might be interested in. That is scary.
Hey, man, have thought about signing up for ice skating lessons? The judges wouldn't be able to resist that sparkling smile.
No wonder you haven't gotten any sign up
my
yet.
life is already
To perfect my figure skating skills.
But you don't need her for that.
Oh man! Oh, whoa! 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 Oh crap! She is very.
You have what it takes to be a.
Practice noble arts like archery or fencing. Ice skating's just for fun.
That's just for fun. You have 5 minutes, dude. And so far, I'm kind of agreeing with Mr. Bourgeois there. Holy hell! Yeah, you kiss her right now.
Just a few hours a day and you'll be a star.
Thanks, but I'm already very busy as it is.
At least you pulled him down easily.
That aged, I can see it now. Grace and style model and professional ice
You need
skating
to
champion.
work
If
on
you take
your
lessons with me, I'll have you shining
pitch,
like the
dude.
candles on a...
Already does fencing with me.
What? He was about ready to sign up.
Are you okay?
Yes.
See how a few lessons from me could come in handy? Please, Adrien Agreste, just put your name on this form and your fans
Well,
will
that
have
was the
money
best
and
thing
my
you've
ice
ever
rink will be
done
saved.
yet.
I never hesitate. Shall we go?
Well, she had no choice.
I hurt myself. It's probably best we call it a day.
What is happening here?
But the ice rink will be closed down tonight.
Of course it will. And so,
A burning passion that's about to be put on
just
ice.
get a hockey
What
team. It
perfect
will be
fate
put
for
to
my
great
Akuma.
use.
In love with Ladybug, and now you ditch Kagami to go after Marinette?
Me? Going after Marinette? No, she's just a friend.
And while that's going on,
So from now on, all of Paris will be your ice kingdom. In return, you must bring me Ladybug and Cat Noir's Miraculous.
Ready to skate, Hawkmoth.
am I getting a Spider-Man vibe here?
Let it go, let it go. Can't hold it back anymore.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Galactic? What is that? I like this. I like that. Could it be like an icy? Like maybe they have ability to where they have ice skates or something like that?
Flag, power up!
Flag Glacier!
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
What is that pose, by the way? I don't know about these graphics, though.
Don't tell me you're mad at me about the rose.
There may be a certain chill now between us.
I get it, but we should really focus on saving Paris right now.
We don't always have to do everything together after all. It's not like we're a couple.
Cat Noir, don't get all pouty on me!
Wow! Savage AF? A lot of plot development here between those two? What is this? I just didn't look at his design up till this point. It looks like a cross between the Joker and someone else. Lightning kick? Really?
I'm positive the Akuma's in his skates!
Why would you not think anything different? Or why would you think anything different?
Seems we're just missing a little push of luck to get the edge on him.
Lucky charm!
Yeah, so what is this suggesting? A pillow?
A bag of salt?
Or salt?
Salt makes ice melt. I'm waiting for you, Frozer. Don't get cold feet now.
Don't play with fire, Ladybug!
Yeah, you don't either. Wow, nice move!
The next one is...
He scores!
More evil doing for you, little Akuma.
How do they use the salt?
Time to de-evilize!
Oh, okay. I think they used the salt on the
Gotcha.
ladder? Didn't
Bye,
they?
little butterfly.
Maybe I missed it.
Miraculous!
Got the wrong target. I'll be here.
How are you? She's your teacher, for one thing. I just realized that.
You should probably go over and talk to him. Thanks for inviting me out today.
Thanks for coming with me,
Oh,
Luka.
this is gonna get interesting. Oh, no, but what the hell?
Adrien!
What in the world? Oh, okay.
Marinette?
What? Are you gonna say something?
I love you, Adrien.
You're the one I love. How could I have been so blind?
What is happening?
You love...
What is happening?
We can get married and have a beautiful house and a dog, or hamster.
They all need a hamster.
You okay, Marinette?
Kiki, please don't tell me I did it again. Don't worry, you'll get there one day, Marinette.
You were quite there.
Now, yes, sign up right here.
So what? Wait.
Adrien and Marinette.
So did he? Okay, very quickly on the Akuma of the day in Frozer. I don't know. All he really did was to freeze up everything. Outside of that, is there anything else he really did other than skate and try to catch up to Ladybug and Cat Noir? It just seemed like it was not exactly the best Akuma he ever put up with. But, I mean, the design was pretty interesting. It had a bit of, like, Mr. Freeze from Batman with the Joker or something else entirely. I don't really understand. I don't know if that is the correct way to describe it. But I wasn't really feeling this Akuma. It was kind of a miss on this one. And this has been quite the difference of Akumas where everything's been hitting the mark. This is the one time I don't know if I really was into this Akuma. It was kind of a chill thing. Like, okay, I don't know. I mean, I don't know about this one. It didn't exactly seem like the best strategy. I don't know. I'm kind of unsure if this is the Akuma that he really needed. I mean, he should have done more with it. There was like a bunch of things he could have done with that, and I don't know if they really did their best with this one, as far as Akuma is concerned. The design is alright. There was a lot more. Again, it just seems like there's more they could have done with it. It just seems like it was like kind of incomplete thoughts. Like they had a bunch of stuff they wanted to do, and they never really got a chance to really use that. I don't know. The Akuma, I didn't really feel that as much as I did at first. I did like how they beat him, although it didn't really seem as though I was really that into the Akuma. What did they exactly do with the salt? I think they melted the ladder. I think I might have to go back and look at it. I think that's what they did. I probably missed that, but I mean, again, it just feels like it's kind of underwhelming in the Akuma this time. And that's really weird because they've really been hitting the mark this season. Both the part 1 and part 2, they've really been hitting it with the Akuma, and so I don't know. It just seems like this is one of the rarer times this season they haven't really wowed me with the Akuma. I mean, it's not the worst one in the world. There was definitely been ones that I didn't really care for, but it just something felt off about this one. I just don't know what it is. That's probably because the biggest thing that happened here was, of course, the love triangle we're having again. And now we're getting to a love square here because now we're introducing Kagami into this whole thing. And is she, again, is she going to be in this full time, or we're just going to touch on this every once in a while? This is going to create an awkward scenario going forth, is it? We're going to create this awkward situation, and especially when Luka and Adrien were both wanting Marinette's hand to get her back to her feet after she tripped on the ice, and she was already bummed out by that, and Felipe was the was Felipe, which, yeah, we'll get to him in just a second. That was the only time I would think that she was thankful he was there at that point in time. She didn't have to choose. He's like, hey, you want to sign up for my class? Which, if he was doing that, I would see why he did get anybody to sign up, because that would be kind of freaking annoying. He needed to work on his pitch a little bit, because that never works. Take it from me, that never works. They're like, hey, you want to do this? You want to do that? You want to do this? Sign up, sign up, sign up. Like, a little later, dude. We're trying to be in peace here. But that goes to a little bit of a plot hole here, because didn't Bourgeois say something about, okay, it's going to be closed tonight? Yeah, 10 minutes, and all of a sudden now he's got people signing up. Does that mean that his ice rink is saved? What happens there? Did Mr. Bourgeois just disappear from the equation? Okay, this is interesting. I don't get the whole idea behind that. Okay. Sidetracked. Back to this. Luka gets a kiss from Marinette. Maybe it's just the France greeting thing. But I freaked out over that. It just suddenly happened. It's just like, what? Did that actually occur? Did that happen? And then she goes to Adrien, and we have this little fake out, like, oh, I love you, we have a pet hamster, which, what the hell is going on with the hamsters? That's a what they have called it, a hamster. And she freaked out again. But I think at the very least she keeps asking him. I don't think it's a lost cause for Marinette to at least ask him for these things, to have all these people there. It's okay to be embarrassed. It's okay to be a little bit nervous about it. But at some point in time, I think this has to come to a head at some point. It's going to have to happen at some point, where they're going to have to acknowledge that this might not work out. They don't at least share each other's identities. Because here's the other thing. Marinette knows who Rena Rouge is, so that's completely out of the equation. That rule's already been broken. So what happens now? Because now that we have Rena Rouge, now all he is continuously doing this Rena Rouge thing, at least from what we can see. Why then doesn't Master Fu say something about that? Like, okay, you know who Rena Rouge is. That makes no sense. Why can't they figure out who each other are and let the cat out of the bag in that sense? At the very least, be private about it when they reveal each other's identities. When Marinette knows who Rena Rouge is, the whole thing, and that's gonna come to her head at some point. I think that probably is done intentionally. Like last episode when we did Zombie Zoe, maybe they are going to acknowledge that at some point. Maybe everything that has happened so far is happening for a reason. There's no, okay, we're just not going to acknowledge that we did that, or we're just not going to just address this situation at some point. Trust us, we'll get there. I think the show has to say, okay, this is something we are intending to acknowledge at some point, but in a continued motion, like the Chloe Ex Machina, okay, all of a sudden they suddenly address it when there was no indication that they were going to address that at some point, which is happening. So I think maybe they're going to acknowledge it at some point. So I'm keeping fingers crossed. This Luka thing is really, really, really getting my approval on this one. I really like this little drama bit that's going on, and the overall drama of this episode, the overall drama between the three makes me think of a superhero drama where, okay, they're trying to balance out their real life, they're trying to balance everything out with their superhero life. Really nice to see that. Makes me think of how Spider-Man does that, how the Spider-Man comics do that with Peter Parker trying to balance everything with his Spider-Man thing. I try to make everything work for him, and nothing really does. The only thing that's missing between Spider-Man and Miraculous here is the rogue gallery of villains, where you only have one villain here, which is Hawkmoth. Spider-Man had a whole bunch of villains. He had Mysterio, Doc Ock, he had Scorpion, of course the Kingpin, Green Goblin, Electro, Mr. Negative. The list went on and on and on. And you know what? I'm kind of thinking with this one, maybe at some point you might need a new villain. Because how much longer are you going to be doing the Hawkmoth thing before you think, okay, maybe a new villain needs to come into play? I thought maybe this is one of those type of shows that now I'm starting to think, okay, maybe they needed a second villain. Maybe someone else who just makes their life miserable. So maybe some sort of madman just comes in and just says, hey, you know what? Screw Hawkmoth. I'm going to do whatever I want. Okay? Hawkmoth isn't your only problem. Or maybe there's a team up between two villains. Or maybe there's like some sort of evil. Like there's no true good and evil. There's a sense of gray that we have. Maybe Chloe's that one person who is sort of that in that gray area right now, where we saw her last episode. Drama is a great thing for this episode. This was a great episode in that sense. That we had a lot of drama between Luka, Ladybug, or Marinette, and Adrien. That is getting a little awkward, but in the best sort of way. Where I'm more intrigued of where this is headed. Okay, so that's part one. Okay, now superhero drama. I really, the whole hamster thing. It was kind of funny, and also Marinette kisses Luka, and again, that goes again to that whole idea of building this whole love triangle that's going on right now. Introducing Luka and this whole mix was the best thing this show ever did to that storyline. Because I think the love storyline was getting a little bit stale, and then they throw this monkey wrench in there. I love it. I love where this is headed now. Again, the cons of this episode, there's one big one, the Akuma. Don't know how I feel about it. I don't think that was the best Akuma that they've ever made. And in a season that had all sorts of great Akumas so far, it was, wait, what happened? What happened there? Maybe they kind of like, okay, we're focused so much on Luka, Marinette, and Adrien that this is kind of getting the back seat here. Okay, second of all is the Kagami thing, a one and done thing. Again, the minor thing is kind of a plot hole there that I wish they were acknowledged. What happened with that whole ultimatum with Felipe and, okay, you're done with the ice skating thing. Where did he ever go? So now, before I say my closes, let's talk about this. The next one in the list is the Queen Wasp trilogy. That's part 1. Okay, let's talk about this for a second because we are headed to this thing. Okay, Style Queen, the Queen's Battle. That's part 1. We got part 2 here, right there. Now, there's a bit of debate about what's the third part of this trilogy. How do we watch it? How do we go through it? Because there is a few people that are saying that this is the other one here. But how do we view it? Remember what I said? We were going to talk about that. We're going to cross that bridge when we get to it. We're to that bridge now. We got to talk about it. How are we going to do this? Well, I'm going to save this for next week because I got to look at it too. I don't have it in front of me. I got to look at it. When next week we're gonna start it, we're gonna go there. Unless I see that there's one that comes before this, that's what we're doing next. Later this week, when this episode comes out, later this week, I will be informing people when to expect each one, which one we're doing. So keep an eye on the Twitter account, keep an eye on the YouTube notifications. I'll send that out of which order we're doing these. We might be doing the order that Thomas said we were doing them, but there's been some debate. We are at that bridge. We're going to see how we cross it. Till next time, till we get there, please leave a comments down below about what you thought about Frozer. Did you agree with me that the Akuma was not as overwhelming as some of the previous ones? Or did you like it for some reason? I would love to see if you guys disagree with me on that. And because I don't see a lot of people who are reacting talk about the Akumas like I do, so I want to be the one that talk about the actual Akuma. Are you liking the love triangle? What's going on? The love square? What's going on with Kagami right in the moment? Look up here for the card if I remember to put it over here this time, but I've been forgetting to do that. Please leave a comment down below. Like, share, subscribe, Geek Gaming Culture, ring that bell. Till next time, my name is CD Shadow. That just happened.